BlackBerry.com.
Okay, we're at WES 2010 with the Audiovox guys. You've got all the Zentral home command stuff to show off, right?
Right, yes.
Let's see it. Let's maximize BlackBerry use here.
Products that'll be available this fall, all under the AR Zentral brand. We're offering a universal remote control. The idea here is you have an IR blaster, converts the Bluetooth signal from your smartphone, from your BlackBerry, to IR, controlling your full AV rack. We can control up to 16 devices. You can configure it so activity, so play TV, watch movie, etc. This will be available for $69 in the fall. Along with the application of controlling your devices, we also have an electronic program guide built in. So if you have a satellite or a cable system with multi-channel program guides, we can often also display that. $59 garage door controller. What this device does is you attach this little Bluetooth unit to your overhead garage door opener, download the application, and now I can control my garage door. I can set up on proximity, on timers. I can mimic the keypad associated with the garage door in the home. We also have a smartphone jukebox, which is basically an iPod dock. And the idea here is 30-pin connector. You take your iPod, connect it to this device, connect the device to your AV receiver, download the application. I have full iPod control. Right, all the metadata, the playlist, the artist, the track, the genre, that sort of thing. So all these products will be available this fall under the AR brand. We're looking at, like I say, under $100 kind of retail, to make this a very affordable offer.
Distribution is going to be buy it everywhere you go that sells electronics?
Well, with Audiovox, we're CE guys, so look forward to all the popular CE retailers as well as some of the wireless carriers as well. So we want to expand our distribution.
We're going to look at some, I always call it the Tesla stuff because it's just way out there, right, ahead of its time. Walk us through, what is it, Wi-Fi energy harvesting?
What we're doing is we're actually harvesting the energy from a Wi-Fi hotspot, storing that in this little battery pack, and then you can charge your BlackBerry right from this battery pack. So you don't have to plug it into the wall. You can leave it in your briefcase, leave it in your purse, and it's constantly drawing energy from a surrounding Wi-Fi hotspot. You're at a Starbucks, you're at the airport, you're drawing energy from that hotspot into this device, you're always charged. The product itself is tuned at 2.4 gigahertz, but there's no reason why we can't tune it to other frequencies as well down the road. Eventually, this technology will end up in the battery pack in your BlackBerry.
So here's a question. So now, I don't know how far down the road this is, if it's 2 months, 6 months, 2 years, whatever it is. And now I have my BlackBerry, whatever, 23,000 by maybe then, with this Wi-Fi harvesting battery. So it's going to be literally charging up throughout the day as I'm using it.
Absolutely.
So we're talking, now how substantial a gain in battery life are we talking here? Is it indefinite? It'll charge as quick as it consumes, depending where you are?
We consider it more of a top charge or a trickle charge technology. So the idea here is, out of the box, in about 4 hours, if I'm within reasonable proximity to a Wi-Fi hotspot, I can charge the cell that's in this unit. So from there, then I'm just trickle charging in as the BlackBerry is drawing from the unit itself. And this will be available in October for under $100.
Understood. Awesome. Thanks so much. Very cool stuff. Inbox spelled backwards, which spells Xobni, right?
That is correct.
And Xobni is now available for BlackBerry.
It is now available.
You had a fairly long beta phase.
We did have a fairly long beta phase.
But now you're ready to rock. So
we're ready to rock, yeah. Xobni's the word inbox spelled backwards. We started off inside of Microsoft Outlook. And what Xobni does is it actually goes through it and indexes all of your emails. So anything and everything that's in the PST file. And it builds a profile around every individual email address that's in your inbox. Typical users have anywhere from 10 to 20 times the number of contacts in their inbox as they do in their address book. You just email with someone a lot, but you never add them as a contact. So once we've created that profile for the user, we've got a lot of information. So we've got any and every email you've ever exchanged with that person. We have any and every attachment you've ever exchanged with that person. But we also rank that profile based on the frequency and the volume of your communication with them. So if I look back down at our desktop client, you'll notice that we have analytics. Michael Holzer, who I work with, is actually number 3 in terms of the frequency and the volume of communication. And I can search up a number of things. So if I type in Scott, Xobni comes back and it returns all the Scotts that I know, but instead of doing it alphabetically, it actually does it based on relevancy. So Scott Roberts is the number 1 Scott that I email with the most frequently. So now that I have all these contacts that have been created and all these profiles have been created for me and ranked on my desktop, it'd be great if I could actually access them on my device. So I can go in through the application itself. You'll notice up at the top, if you can see it, I've got close to 4,000 profiles that have been created for me, but they're not in alphabetical order. You're going to notice that John Globe and Michael Holz and Tara Carmichael are showing up. not because of alphabeticalism, because these are the people that I communicate with the most frequently. And I have access to a whole host of data, and none of this has ever been inputted. We're not writing to the address book. We're actually extracting information that already exists inside the inbox. Things like our phone number, her email address. I have access to her LinkedIn and Facebook profile. I've got access to a history of some of the text messages we've exchanged back and forth. So the problem that we solve for is oftentimes you're out and about and you're on the road and you need to send an email or you need to call somebody, but you don't have their information in your address book. So let's say it's someone from RIM. I could go ahead and key in RIM, shows that I know 55 different people from RIM in ranked order, not alphabetical order again. So now if I want to put a couple of them on an email, it's a matter of me clicking onto that and then going back and composing it. None of those people were inside my address book. But let's say we're actually inside the flow of composing an email. So I go into compose an email, and the way I'm going to do it today is I might type in Paul, because I'm looking for Paul Braun from RIM. So I type in Paul. By the time I get there, I realize that BlackBerry is only looking for people that are in my native address book, but that's not the Paul that I'm looking for, which is actually very frustrating because I email with Paul all the time. I've just never taken the time to actually add him to as a contact in my address book. So I simply flick up, Xobni drops down. By the time I get PAN, it shows me all the Pauls that I know. I'm going to add Paul Braun. I'm going to go back to the message, and there he is.
Awesome.
We are looking forward to launching a BlackBerry App World very soon.
BlackBerry App Store.
We love the BlackBerry App Store. So
Let's hook it up.
All right, very good. Okay. So it's $9.99 for the app. If you want to synchronize the data between Outlook and your application, that's $3.99 a month.
Okay, thanks a lot. Xobni for BlackBerry.
Okay, we have a solution, Freeance Mobile, that takes corporate mapping called GIS, Geographic Information Systems. It's used by government, utilities, insurance, banking, retail, natural resources. It's very valuable software and data that is really deeply embedded in the operations of the way that organizations work. And we're the first company to bring that powerful, rich technology to the BlackBerry platform. So we've mobilized it to BlackBerry, it's live, it's real time, and it gives new capabilities to customers and changes the way they can work and experience their work life. And BlackBerry is a big, big part of that. We have Anthony Bell today. He is one of our customers, Nova Scotia Power. They are an electric distribution utility in Canada, and he's going to give a quick demo of how he's using Freeance Mobile with GIS on BlackBerry.
Let's see it, Anthony.
Sure. So what I have here is our Freeance map viewer running on the BlackBerry Storm. And so basically what we're doing is we're collecting all the 25,000 kilometers of our distribution facility in Nova Scotia Power. What you see here is basically a dynamic map service running on our ArcGIS server back in Nova Scotia. And it's returning real-time statistics to the BlackBerry user or the GIS data collector in the field, notifying them of not only their location, but what feeders have been collected, pre-collection versus post-collection of all of our distribution facility. So it's really great to have the ability to access and interact with the GIS data on a mobile handheld device right in the field.
Our solution's been on the market about 3 years, in development for 5. Go to www.freeance.com.
Perfect. Thanks so much.